Here at Cliff Castle in Camp Verde for the title matches of today's JBT event. Should be a good one here in the scratch division as Cortez Schenk looking to sweep the weekend against top seed Kyle Duster. Couple good storylines here. Cortez looking for his 88th career title on his march towards 100. He beats Carson Opella in the semifinal match in a wild one. And he started strike, open, strike here. Kyle Duster, after game 4 of this tournament, was minus 61 and the cut was plus. So virtually out of it, all he did was come up with 276 to sneak into the cut and followed that up with the perfect 300, the only perfecto of the weekend, to cruise to the top seed from virtually out of it after game 4. So one heck of a rush by Duster, looking to finish it off with his 17th career win. So two guys that know how to win. Duster launching the cap. And it sounds weird when you're a two-hander, but he sort of came out of that kind of funny and lost the rotation on that. That's why I left that 2-5. New format called Use What You Bring. Only the second time we've used this format. It's a keeper. Whatever you check in, you have to use, is the basic premise of it. Check in more than one ball in the step ladder, you got to use it for at least 2 frames of the step ladder. As a result, both these guys checked in only one ball. So Duster using reactive rotogrip ball. Nice job covering the 2-5 with the reactive ball. That's not how we would ordinarily try and do it. Tez also electing to throw reactive and only that ball. So strikes, spares, any combination, they've got to be physically versatile, which is the whole point of this format. Can you actually make a move on the lane and with your body rather than switching to 84 different bowling balls? So we wanted to test. It definitely plays out that way. Very challenging little twist to the regular format. In addition to that, we're bowling on a tough pattern called Winding Road. It's a sport kegel pattern, and they both elected to take the winding road towards the pocket. Haha. Both standing deep, trying to cover a lot of boards, keeping the break point fairly right. Sometimes when you stand deep, it's because there's no oil left on the lanes, and you're just trying to keep it in the last little bit of oil and have it sort of fade back to the pocket. More the case here that they're just trying to do a big loop around. Very tough for him to cover this 310, so he's going to go back up and make it. Wow! Talk about being physically versatile. That is a two-handed backup ball, and he makes it look like nothing. He might have just given the macho walk-off on camera, but he's happy he got that on camera, I guarantee you. I don't care if he's mad he left it. That was pretty cool. Tez playing virtually the same place. That was a tug the whole way, and he gets a huge break. Tomahawking that 4-pin. Where's the carry coming here from? What a wacky step ladder we've had. Keith Fung, who has won on 2 consecutive Sundays, shot 255 to win the first match. Then the wackiness ensued as Carson beat Keith 181 to 180 when Keith went 8 out in the 10th frame, whiffing a 3-6 to lose by a bit. As Tez tilts the 5 to catch the double. Glad he just almost tilted the 5 there because he left a 5-7 in the 10th frame to give Opella a chance to win the second match. Carson Brooklyn's in the first hit in the 10th, then only needs 9 spare to tie and leaves a 7 split, so he loses 181 to 176, setting up where we finally got to here now. Handicap still in their semifinals. First time finalist Justin Worthington playing Sean Seng in that semifinalist. The winner to take on another first-timer, top seed Kevin Liu, who already won the U17 today over Seng. 10 the bid for Duster. Duster got a $300 bonus courtesy of Cliff Castle for that perfecto, so thank you very much to Shake, Rattle, and Bowl for that. Got a chance to crawl within 2 pins here, but he can strike and double up there in the 6th. Get to strike on this lane in the title match. Lots of loft on this lane. And he gets that ball to tip just perfectly. virtual tie game. Sean's got to beat Justin by 15 over there, and Sean is not going to do that over there. It's going to be Justin versus Kevin in the title match. Whoa! There's something you won't see very often. Cortez missing the headpin left. Tez and I were talking earlier today about where one thing he's really working on in his game is getting more side roll when he has to cover a lot of board, which is exactly what he's trying to do right now. He feels when he's been bowling some of the big adult events, the Bowl Masters, as he takes all the hook out of the ball. Great tip there to go hard and straight at it. He felt like he was at a competitive disadvantage in some of the cases where he needed to add a side roll to his game to play that more big bellying line. His A game is much more forward roll, which is a great game to have. But when you need to go from left to right with the ball like this, you need to have more side roll with your hand coming counterclockwise around the side of the ball. And you see he's fighting that. He fought it the last game, and he's fighting it again this game. When you're locked in with that curvy shot, it's awesome. When you're not, it can magnify the over-under. And now he's got another tough spare to shoot. He's got to use the same ball. He'll again go hard and straight. Almost a hint of a backup ball at it, but those are two very nice spares. 4-8 and a 1-3-6 for anybody are tough conversions. But opportunity for Duster here. Whereas it's a challenge for Tez to do what he's trying to do. It's more in Duster's A game. These two-handed guys have no problem lofting the caps. There's some certain Australian two-hander that lofts the cap every other week on TV, and he wins a few times. And gets the high hit to trip there for 3 in a row. And but it's not 3 in a row because there was no 9-pin in that frame. Rack. We'll erase that.
I call that one the Good ball, Sean. Really? I'm on video if I say anything wrong.
From the main tournament, second in the U17. Okay. Congratulations.
Way to go, Sean.
So Duster gets the free practice ball there. There was no 9-pin in that rack. And he did strike on it. That can be a big mental hit if he doesn't strike here. Boy, virtually the same hit, but this time he does not trip the 4 out. That's a big flip-flop in this match for that not to be the triple. Big break for Tez. I missed it.
Oh, beautiful, Jeff.
Kidding. I think I got another one of those on camera.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that?
That is sore throat spray for me trying to figure out a way to talk through this match.
Oh. What's trying to figure out? You do.
So Tez spared that, or struck in the, yeah, I had it right, spared in the 8th, and then another good shot. Not getting a lot of carry in this pair in both of these games. Leaves that shaker 7, so he'll trail by at least 4. Headed into the 10th, Duster struck in the 8th, so he'll have a chance to put it away before Tez can get up in the 10th. While I was over getting the handicap match started, Duster left that 4-pin on the redo shot and then made it by the thinnest possible margin, grabbing the back of the 4 with the ball as it was on its way off the left side of the lane. Tez can max out for 211. Kyle would strike 9 spare for 214. So a strike here would go a long way towards locking it up. Gets it. Now any mark will, well, a mark holding count will do it. Worthington starts with the washout conversion over there. Let's climb the ladder to this point. Sure did. Kyle's going to give himself 10. Well, in most step ladders, this would be over. What I've seen the last 3 weeks, I don't know that I'm willing to say that yet. We've seen 8 outs, we've seen 7 splits, we've seen runaway Brooklyns, and everything else. What is he? Yeah, you could say that. 9 spare 7, 9 spare 8 would do it here.
Yeah, frame 4 was big. Frame 7 was big.
That'll do it. Steve reminded me of that. This is 364 days since his last singles win. His last singles win was at the stadium playing Eric Hatchett with the Kiss makeup on. His last win of any type before that was teaming with Eric to win the doubles back in last December of 2015.
No, he won with Derek.
Derek, not Eric. Sorry, Derek. Derek's and Eric's. He says he's not counting the doubles. His last singles win was 364 days ago. That's a good point. That's a very good point from salty Nick Devlin right there. That if he wants to count it that way, then we take the doubles off the title count. It's a good point. Keith, what do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Former Sunday?
Well, I pulled 2 shots in a row to lose.
You did, indeed. Thank you, Keith. Either way you slice it, it is a well-earned title from Duster. Minus 61 after game 4, and $550 richer, courtesy of his own bowling and Cliff Castle. Kyle,
Hi.
Salty here brings up the very good point that if you're counting it as 364 days since a win, then we need to erase that doubles title from your title total.
I mean,
It's a good point.
I said singles title.
It's a good
I did
point.
say singles title.
It's a good point.
Even it's not just JBT, it's everything. I've got tons of seconds, thirds, everything else. I haven't won it.
Oh, well, first timer's going to win over in the handicap division as we'll get Lou and Worthington there as Tez finishes out the string. 88 will have to wait. Oh, look at that. He's got some speed on that. I wish he had made it. I want to see another two-handed ball. Another great weekend from Tez, and what a finish. What a lesson in never giving up from Duster. Good stuff.